Good morning children. Today we are going to see the lesson structural organization of animals. Let us go to the video now. Come. First in this lesson we are going to see the vertebrate and invertebrate. Vertebrate is rabbit, invertebrate is leech. Indian cattle leech is Hirudinaria granulosa, which belongs to the phylum Annelida. The next comes the scientific name of the common rabbit is Oryctolagus cuniculus. It belongs to the phylum Chordata and class Mammalia. Then comes habit and habitat. Hirudinaria granulosa is found in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Myanmar and Sri Lanka. It is ectoparasitic, that means it lives outside. It sucks the blood of other animals like frogs, cattle and human. That is why it is called, it is sanguivorous, that means blood sucking. Next let us see the important points in Indian cattle leech. Length 35 cm, segments are 33. The segments are otherwise called metameous. Fusion of last 7 segments is known as posterior suckers. The sucker present in anterior end is known as anterior suckers. Then 11 pairs of testes are present. Then what is the full form of CNS? It is central nervous system. Leech, it makes Y-shaped wound in the skin of host. Blood is sucked by muscular pharynx. Blood is stored in the crop chambers and its diverticulum. Then it goes to the stomach. The anticoagulant by leech is called Hirudin. What is the meaning of anticoagulant? It prevents the blood clot. Brain of leech. Above the pharynx, the brain is present. Locomotion is done by anterior sucker and parapodia. Then locomotion of leech takes place in 2 ways. One is called crawling movement or looping movement. Second one is swimming movement. In looping movement, the leech will contract and relax. The 2 suckers serve for attachment on the surface. Swimming movement. Leech swim very actively and perform wave movements in water. Then next comes circulatory system of leech. In leech, circulation is brought about by homocoelic system. There are no true blood cells. The blood vessels are replaced by channels called homocoelic channels or canals filled with blood-like fluid. Coelomic fluid contains hemoglobin. Here I must tell that we have blood. The same way it has a liquid, it is called hemocoelic fluid. As our blood contains hemoglobin, its blood also having hemoglobin. There are 4 longitudinal channels. Like us, it has 4 longitudinal channels. How many chambers we have got? We have got 4 chambers. The same way it has got, but the arrangement is little bit different. One channel lies above the alimentary canal, one below the alimentary canal. The other 2 channels lie on either side of the alimentary canal, which serve as heart and have inner valves. Then next comes parasitic adaptation of leech. Here blood is sucked by pharynx. Anterior and posterior ends of the body are provided with suckers by which the animal attaches itself to the body of the host. The 3 jaws inside the mouth causes a painless Y-shaped wound in the skin of the host. The salivary glands contains the anticoagulant, namely hirudin. Parapodia and setae are completely absent. Blood is stored in the crop. It gives nourishment to the leech for several months. With that, we are concluding the adaptation as well as the full explanation of leech. Next comes rabbit. Rabbit, as we already know, it belongs to the phylum Chordata, then subphylum Vertebrata. What is the meaning of Vertebrata? That means it has backbone. Then It lives outside the water, that is why it is called warm blooded. Then it gives birth to young ones, it is called viviparous. See, then viviparous and oviparous, how will you identify? If the animal has ear pinnae, it is viviparous. If it doesn't have ear pinna, then it is oviparous. Take a fish. Fish is having the hole, only the hole. There is no outside modification of ear. So it lays eggs. Then comes to teeth of rabbit. Rabbit, when it is young, it has two sets of teeth. It is called diphyodont. Here we know that dentist, then the doctor which deals with teeth. That's why it is diphyodont. Later, different kinds of teeth, that is called heterodont. To remember this, we can remember one sentence. I call postmaster money. I for incisors. Then the word itself is having scissor, so it is used for cutting. The next one, call, that means canine. Canine means staring. That is in Tamil itself, canine, you can remember that, kilithal. Then PM for premolars, then M for molars. These two for grindings. So if it has four types of teeth, that is why it is called heterodont. Okay, then here one more thing, the rabbit doesn't have canine, so there is a gap in between incisors and premolars. This gap is known as diastema. Then next comes respiration. Respiration is done through lungs. It is enclosed by pleura. Passage of air goes to nostrils, then to pharynx, then to windpipe or trachea. Tracheal walls are supported by cartilaginous rings which helps in the free passage of air. Then comes circulatory system. Circulatory system consists of blood vessels and heart. Heart is enclosed by two-walled pericardium. It is present between the lungs. That is why it is known as mediastinum. Then nervous system. Nervous system means it is brain. The brain has three parts. Forebrain, in Tamil it is Munmulai. Midbrain, it is called Nadumulai. Hindbrain, it is called Pinmulai. Then how many nerves are present here? Cranial nerves 12 pairs. Spinal nerves 37 pairs. Then brain is in the cranial cavity. So here I am telling only the important points. So you should remember all the words so that you can use it for match the following one word answers and all. For example, brain. Brain, where is the brain located? The question is. Then your answer will be brain is located in the cranial cavity. Okay, next comes urinogenital system. Urine, you know that it is excretory. Then genital means reproductive system. Then here one question has come, male reproductive system. Male reproductive system, it is in the book also, it is given in the page 196. There you can see the first here it is given urinogenital. So the excretory system and the reproductive systems are given in the same diagram. Okay. Then here the important points are, first you have to remember that seminiferous tubules, male reproductive system. Each testis consists of numerous fine tubules called seminiferous tubules. This network of tubules lead into a coiled tube called epididymis. You can remember this epididymis and then you add that di, then you will get the word, okay, which leads into the sperm duct called vas deferens. Then you can see the diagram, everything is there. There are three glands important: prostate gland, Cowper's gland and perineal gland. Their secretions are involved in reproduction. Okay, with that this lesson is over. Then diagram you should see the reader. Then again most of the 1 mark and 2 marks I have covered. Then you read and remember the answer. With that, I conclude this lesson. Thank you.